Hello friends, welcome back to another video tutorial in Autocad, and in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to draw a basic section of a building in Autocad, and it will be very useful for beginners in Autocad, and I will teach you how to draw it. And first we need to understand the basic definition of a section of a building. So what is section of a building? So you can look at the definition here. It is the drawing of a vertical cut through a building or an area of a building. The purpose of section is to show graphically the main volumes of a building and the main building material components. So you can look at this section line here. This is the ground and first floor residence here, and you can see I have cut the section through a staircase, dining hall area and living area, which will be the same at the first floor. So I have marked it as section AA. So you can see this arrow which is looking upwards, so that means we are looking upwards in front part of the building. So the staircase is cutting through here, so we'll see also the section of this staircase, and then we have to show this wall because we are not cutting it, but we are seeing through our eyes because we are looking upwards. And then you will come here and you can see this is cutting this wall here, so we will see show the section of this wall, and then we will also show the elevation of this wall here because we are seeing it. We are not cutting, but we will be able to see it. So we'll show this wall and this door, and similarly we'll show this wall here and this cutting wall here. So this is the things which we will cut, will show in the section part, and whatever we'll see in elevation will show the elevation part. So for this I have aligned this ground floor and first floor in the similar construction line. So you can measure this XL, V, and you can align this one below other, so it will be easy to draw section. You can also draw section separately, but I like to draw in the similar alignment. So first I will show you how to draw for ground floor section. So this is the staircase cutting through. So in section you will show the complicated part like a staircase, toilet area where you are required to show the sunken slab. You will cut section through that. So staircase is the integral part of the design. So I am going to draw my construction line that will be vertical. So in the previous tutorial I have told you about how to draw elevation, so we will use the same construction line. So I'm going to enter XL. You can see this X line, and I'm going to enter, and then I will enter V for vertical line. You can see this is our vertical line, and now I will mark this. You can see this is the wall which we will cut. So this is the outer wall, and now after this you can see this end part of the staircase. So we'll show this also, and you will show this elevation of this wall and door. So you will require to mark this also by this vertical line, and you can see this is the partition here and it is cutting here. So we'll show this partition here, and after this you can see we are cutting this wall also. So we'll show this wall, and this wall will be in elevation, so no need to cut it. And now you can see this is our section line which we are cutting. After this you are required to mark the ground line. So for this we are required to draw horizontal construction line. So XL, enter, H, enter. So that will be your horizontal line. So I'm going to first draw line here and one line here, and now we'll use trim command to trim this off and trim this off. After this you can delete this line. So this is our ground line, and after this I am going to give a height of this ground floor. So basically this is residence, so I'm going to offset this as a 10 feet roof height. So I will take 10 feet here, and after this I will give a 6-inch slab thickness, RCC slab. So I will give a 6-inch and 150 mm roof slab thickness. So this is our ground floor, and you can see this is our roof. So we'll make it proper. For now I am going to draw the staircase flight section here. This is our first and this is our second flight, and this is in dash line, that is going upward, and this is in form line, so below eye level, and above eye level you will show in dash line. So now I am going to count the riser number here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 riser here and 10 riser here, so total 20 risers is there, and the roof height is 10 feet. So that means 10 feet is 120 inch. So you have to calculate the riser height. So 120 inch is the roof height, that is 10 feet, and riser count is 20 inch. So 120 divided by 20 inch, it's coming 6 inches. So riser height will be 6 inches. So you are required to divide 10 equal parts for this flight, and that will be, each line will be of 6 inches each offset. And also you can draw a line here, you can divide in 10 equal parts, and you can mark this, but I like to offset this. So I am going to first divide this line here. So I'm going to offset this as a 6 inches. O enter, 6 enters, and now I will delete this line because it will create confusion. So we'll consider only staircase part here, and if you want you can change the layer here. So I am going to change this layer here. So I'm going to offset again 6 here, and you can, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9 and 10. You can do this, and after this I am going to divide the trade here. So you can draw a vertical line again here, construction line, and you can divide these trades here. So now I am going to use P line here, and I am going to draw my risers here. So I'm going to count this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So after this you can join a line here from here till here, and you can extend this by using EX command here, and you can extend this line. So now after this you can offset this as a roof stair slab, so that will be 6 inches. So I am going to offset this line 6 here, and from here also you can offset this as a 6 inch. So I am going to draw a line L, 6, enter, and now we'll use fillet command to trim this. So now this is our first flight. So I am going to delete this line so it will be more clear to you. So I will delete this line here. You can see this is our staircase first flight. So you can delete this line now, and you can trim this line here, and you can delete this line. So this is our first flight, and you can extend this. It is already extended. And now after this you are required to show the beam depth here. So generally it is as for a structure drawing. For timing I am going to offset this as a 1 feet my beam depth here. It all depends on your structural engineer and as per building height and length. So I'm going to trim this. So this is our first flight here, staircase, and now we are required to divide this equally in 10 parts. So I'm going to draw second flight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So now we will draw our second flight. So I'm going to use PL here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to practice this. So now you can see this is our second flight, and now I'm going to again join this. And I will extend this here, and now I will take offset of 6 inches. Extend this also. So this is our second flight here, and now we'll trim this. So we'll delete this line here. So this is our staircase flight here. And we'll make it proper. I'm going to draw a line here, and we'll trim this, and I'm going to delete this line. So this is our first flight here, and this is the roof here. So now I am going to again draw some other parts. If you can later on you can hatch this and extend this till here, and also you can sew nosing here. So we'll do later on. So now the second part here, this is the door. So you can sew the door opening here. So whatever the door height. So this is a study room. So I am going to give this height of 7 feet. So I will offset this line of 7 feet. And we'll trim this line. So we'll sew the door opening because it will be in elevation. So this is the study room door here, and now you can trim this line here, and you can delete this. So next you are required to sew this toilet door. So this is the toilet door here, and you can draw a line, and you can trim this. So this is our toilet door. You you are not required to show the interior furniture in section because it will go to the site and it will create confusion. So this is for civil section. So in civil construction you are not required to show the interior furniture. Many people used to show the interior, but that is not required. And you can also show this partition wall which is here. And now I'm going to trim this partition wall. So this is our, and now after this is the living wall and this is the outer wall. So I'm going to trim this outer wall also here, and you can see there is a projection above here, so you can show this projection line here. So I'm going to mark this. This is a decorative pergola like thing, so you can mark this here, and it is of RCC slab, so you can extend this projection. So now this is our roof slab and this is our staircase, and after this you are required to show the beam depth here. So I'm going to give offset of 1 feet, and you can trim this line here. So this is our beam depth here, and you can show beam here also as per column. You can see there is one column here, so you can give beam depth here also. So you can draw a construction line here, and you can show the beam depth here also. So you can give 1 feet here, so it will be easy for contractor to understand about the areas. So that why our section is required here. So you can show a beam depth here also, that will be of RCC. And now you can hatch this later on. So I'm going to hatch this later on, and now I'm going to draw my first floor. So for first floor you can copy this staircase. So I'm going to first hatch this. So now you can use any hatching pattern. So I'm going to hatch this with concrete, and you can resize the scale as per your choice. So you can also show this in RCC if it is of RCC, this projection. Or first you are required to draw a horizontal line here, and then offset this as 10 feet. And now you can start with your first floor plan, and many times your first floor plan will be typical, but many times it will be different. So it is better to count this first floor, and you can copy this staircase here, and this RCC slab, can copy this, and I'm going to enter copy command here, and I'm going to move this carefully to my first floor. And you can see this is our first floor. I can extend this wall here, so this is our first floor. Here you can delete this line here. You can trim this. You can offset with 1 feet. So you have to apply tricks to copy. If it is typical, you can copy this and delete this, and you can see this is also typical here. So there is a study and toilet same on first floor also, so you can copy this. So now can trim this here, and you can trim this line here. So this is our first floor. Can extend this. So you can see this is our first floor, and after this you are required to draw mumty here. So for going to terrace, you are required to give mumty. So I am going to draw a mumty here. So generally it is of 8 feet height. So I am going to give an offset from terrace 8 feet, and you can extend this wall here, and you can give a roof thickness of 6 inches. So you are required to give us roof thickness, and you can extend this as per your design. So you are required to go to terrace some landing space. So I am going to give 3 feet landing space, or you can take it your own space here, and you can give a outer wall. So this is our mumty. You can use fillet command, and now you can trim this. So this is our mumty. You can sew a door here. So it is cutting through a staircase, so you are required to sew a door here. So I am going to use offset of 7 feet height of the door, offset 7 feet, and I am going to extend this EX. You can trim this. So this is our door. You can sew a line here for door. You can draw some frame here. So I am going to draw a 2-inch frame, and you can sew a door opening here. So you can delete this line here, and now I am going to give a beam depth of 1 feet here also, because this is RCC slab, and you can trim in you can trim this line, and you can trim this one and this one. So this is for mumty, and after this you can hatch this, and you can match with this. You can use match the properties, MA enter, and I am going to select this hatch pattern, and I am going to match with this. So it will save your time. So now you can see this is our mumty here, and this is door opening going to terrace. So you are required to sew this parapet wall also. So generally the parapet height will be of 3 feet. So I am going to draw a line here, and I will move this to 3 feet, and now I will draw a line here, because we will see this part of parapet. So we will sew in this elevation here, and now you can see here on the first floor you can see there is a veranda here in the back side, but we will be not able to see this because our section line is here. So whatever we are seeing, we will show that only. So you can show the projection like this, and after this you can hatch the wall also. You can delete this line. Oh, sorry. You can extend this till here, and you can hatch this also. Can match these properties, and now we can delete this line. So you can see this is the basic section, and now we are required to detail it more. So I am going to hatch the wall also, and you can change the layer of this wall. So this is a step-by-step tutorial, so you are required to, I will tell you, this is not enclosing. So I am going to change the scale here, and I am going to take some other color here, and I am going to scale it. So I am going to enter 30 here, and you can see now it is okay. So this is our wall, and this is not enclosed, so we are required to hatch this properly. So I am going to draw a rectangle here, and you can enclose this space, and now you can hatch this, and you can match the properties with this wall. MA enter, and you can select this hatch pattern, and you can match with this pattern here. So now this is done. So after this you can extend this and show foundation, but in architecture you are not required to show the foundation drawing, because that will be done by structural engineer, but you are required to show the floor thickness, and you can also show the sand filling and a straight concrete followed by boulders and earthwork. So I am going to give a floor here, so that will be tile work. So for that I am going to offset this with a 1 inch here, and this is the floor line. And after this you can show the sand bed. You can take 3 inch for sand bed, you can take 4 inch also, and for concrete bed I am going to show the 4 inch here, and after this you can show the boulders here, that will be also 4, and remaining will be earthwork. So I am going to draw a line here, and now I am going to extend this wall line. So because we are required to extend this wall here, so it is going to foundation. You can also drag this. So this is the higher version of AutoCAD. So if you are using extend, you are required to click only once, so it is a bit difficult for me. So if you are using lower version of AutoCAD, you can extend this by selecting the boundary line, and it will be extend, but in higher version you are required to select only once. So this is the floor line here, and you can trim this, and you can delete this here. So now you can extend this hatch pattern till here. So now you can hatch this also, and first we'll finish with this, then I will so you can see this wall is extended. You can also show one cut line here, so that part will be shown by structural engineer. The foundation part in architectural section, you are not required to show the foundation part here. So you can show like this, and you can draw one cut line here, and that will be shown by structural part. So you can hatch this. I'm going to hatch this earthwork here, and this one also. And now I'm going to select this, and I will show here some hatch pattern. This is the earthwork, and you can change this layer by going to home tab, and you can select the earthwork hatch pattern. Any hatch pattern you can take, and you can show in your drawing. So this is just to understand about how to draw a section here, and you can show the plinth height here. You can show the entrance part here. If it is cutting, you can show whatever the plinth height here, whether you are taking 1 feet 6 inches, you are required to show the height here, the floor. So this is 3 feet. You can show 3 feet plinth level. You can show some steps also if it is visible in your section. So now you can hatch this tile also, and after that you can show some hatching for sand bed. So you have to carefully hatch this, so it's not hatching. So you are required to draw a rectangle here. So this is a step-by-step tutorial. You are required to first practice this. Now I am going to hatch this. So you can show the sand filling, and you can also draw a rectangle. So many times the lines are not joined, so the hatch will be not selected. So you are required to draw a P line or a rectangle. You can retrace this, and now this is the for sand filling. And now we are required to show the concrete bed here. So you are required to draw again rectangle here, and you can quickly save your time. So you can see this is the outer region, showing that hatch is not selected. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and again a rectangle here. And you can show this as a concrete here, and you can show this concrete, and I'm going to hatch this also, and I will match with this. So after this I will show some boulders here and brick beds. So I'm going to hatch this, and I'm going to draw a rectangle because some lines are not joined here. So it is better to draw a rectangle and retrace them, and so it will be easy to hatch this. So in AutoCAD, hatch is a bit tricky. So this is for boulders. So I'm going to change the hatch pattern here. So I will take anything, you can show this gravel here, and you can change the scale here. So this is for boulders here, and I'm going to match this. So this is for boulders. So you can, after this is a basic sections, and this is a parapet wall, and rest you can do as per your design here. So you can also make this line as more thicker, this because this is a ground line or road level, so you can show it more thicker, or you can create a layer here, and I'm going to mark this as a ground line, and you can change the thickness of this. And now I am going to close this, and I will select a layer ground line here, so you can in print you can show the line thickness here. So if you are showing line weights here, you can see the thickness of this line. In print it will be more thicker, so that will be more readable. And you can show a cut line here also, because this is the part of section. You can show some cut part like this, so that will be shown in foundation part, so you are not required to show this. And after this you can start doing detailing of text here. So if I am going to text this, so I am going to use some texting here, and you can change this arrow here, and you can take this type of arrow, and you can change this layer here. You can create a text layer here. So now I'm going to rename this as a 6-inch RCC slab here, and you can change the text here. You can take Arial, and you can select the text height. So I'm going to take 1 feet, and you can drag this. So this is 6-inch RCC slab, and you can select text layer here. You can create, I am not showing this, and also you can change the arrow size. So I am going to make this as 9-inch arrow size here, so that will be more. And after this you can start copying this text here. I am going to enter CO intro, and this is, you can rename this as a parapet wall, 3 feet high parapet wall. So this is just to make you understand how to detail out your section, and you can rename this as Mumty here, Mumty. And also you are required to show some parapet height here for this Mumty also, because we used to keep a water tank, or we go to on this terrace also, so you are required to give a parapet here also. So you can take 3 feet here also, and you can give a lesser height also. So this is just to make you understand. And you can type fillet command, and you can trim this off. So likewise you can rename this one also, and I'm going to copy this, and you can drag this text outward here. You can move this, and you can rename this as a 1 inch floor tile. And likewise you can rename the sandbed, screed, concrete, and then boulders and earthwork. You can rename this like this. So this is the method of doing proper detailing. Also you can give the height of each floor by typing DLI enter, and you can give the height here, and you can take the total height. So this is from ground line, and you can take this as 10 feet 6 inches from this one, and you can also make this as a 10 feet if you don't want to. And so floor to floor height, that is 10 feet, and likewise you can so here also floor to floor height. So likewise you can also rename this as a 6-inch RCC slab. You can copy this, and you can so this is the 6-inch RCC slab, so it will be easy for contractor to understand this section. And you can rename this here as a section AA. You can copy this, and you can rename this as a section AA. So I have marked this as a section AA here. So this is the basic, and you can also write text here like this is a study room, this is your toilet, and this is the living area. So you can rename this as, you can copy this, and you can write here living. You can copy this, and you can write here dining. So likewise you can start doing texting, and you can copy this to upper floor also, and you can specify your area. So this was the tutorial for the today's session. In the next session I will come with some more interesting topics in AutoCAD. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.